TVC Sports Desk.
Interesting one there. Well, the Tigress star player, Evelyn Akhato, joins the program live. Well, Evelyn, I remember that just before the competition dunked off in Senegal, the sports ministry had not released funds for the competition. So, what was the motivation for you and the other girls to go to Senegal and defend the Afrobasket title?
Well, thank you for asking me that question, and which brings me to one of the very important things I really want to say is that we need Buhari. We need Buhari to help us out because that's something that is really going to motivate us. You know, he hasn't I'll bring Senegal as an example. 2 years ago, we won the Afrobasket, and I thank him. He actually gave us 1 million as our bonus, but considering Senegal, they came second, and then the president gave them 8 million CFA as well as house, and then this year again they gave them 10 million CFA and a house close to the stadium, and that's huge. You know, that's huge, and that's something we need from the president. That's a motivation that will bring more players to come to Nigeria to play. You know, and other than that, I think it's just we trying to stay positive. You know, our coach before the camp took off, he told us we just need to stay positive. No matter, we shouldn't let the outside distraction to get to us. And I think that's something we took to ourselves in person, and we just dealt with it. And then we went to Senegal to defend our championship.
Okay, Evelyn, let me ask you this. The Tigers played 5 matches and won every game played. Which of the matches was the toughest in your reckoning?
Well, I'll say Senegal. Senegal, he's the toughest, playing against 22,000 crowd fans that are in the arena, and then minus the people outside, minus the people watching from home. That's a plus. And then we played against the refs, the fans, and even when the fans were trying to distract us, throwing eggs and salt at us, we just took that as a motivation to try to win. So I would say Senegal has been the toughest.
Okay, looking at the Tigers team, Evelyn, what next for this team? I mean, we saw a smooth transition from the players that went to the last Afrobasket and even had the World Cup in Spain. A lot of those players were not in this particular team, except just a few like yourself. I mean, it just suggests perhaps that Nigeria's got a pool of talent. I mean, but what's next for this team after this triumph?
Okay, so let me ask you this question right now. Let me direct the question to you. I want to ask, what's next for the people? What's next for the sponsors? What's next for the government, the president, for the national team? We are trying to bring people from Europe, America to come play for Nigeria. And we're trying to be number one, not just in Africa, number one in the world. But how are we gonna do that? That's something people need to think.
Okay.
If people are coming to play for Nigeria, we need
motivation.
The motivation. So yeah. So what's next?
Okay.
For the president, the sponsors, for us, the Tigers team.
Okay, Evelyn, talking about motivation there, I just hope the president is listening, and those who are in the corridors of power are listening to you and will definitely get to motivate the team. Thank you so much, Evelyn Akhato, for your time on the program. Well, Morocco is currently hosting the 2019 African Games, and it is the first time the country is doing so. Rabat is the host city, and reports say it's been so far so good. The opening ceremony has been held with Prince Moale Rashid declaring the games opened, with not just too many speeches. The ambience, look and feel of the opening ceremony was beautiful, and it was good to see Team Nigeria marching past on that occasion. For me, what I saw was first class, and credit must go to the organizers of the event. In fact, we have been told that the closing ceremony, which will hold on the 31st of this month, will be more beautiful than what we saw yesterday. And that will be the show today. Many thanks to you out there for being a part of it. Many thanks to my production crew led by Toby Ayeni. The show returns same time tomorrow. Till then, I remain Promise Foge. Bye-bye now.
TVC Sport Desk.